Alright, I've got a new project. This is an 81 Chevy K10. Picked this up off of Craigslist for 500 bucks. And it has no motor. And I don't know if you can see down there in the trans, but there's a hole in the top of the transmission. Right in there on top. You kind of see it. But it's a pretty clean truck. You can see, there's a little bit of surface rust on it. But not bad. Some of the brown is dirt and mud and not rust, You can see lots of paint on the frame. Crossmember. Guy got it from using it as an off-road truck until he busted the transmission, and then he pulled the motor to keep the motor. So. I've found a couple of rust spots on it, but not bad. Fenders are solid. The inner fenders are getting a little bit, rusty. This one's got a hole in it, so I'll probably just put some inner fenders on it or patch it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm not going to spend much on this. And of course, that's a very common spot because the battery tray is right up there, and battery leaks and eats the paint off. Then you end up with the rust hole. And I did notice there's a little bit of bubbling starting on the cab corners, so I'll just sand that down and put some rust bullet or something on it and stop the rust, because it's not through yet. It's had some Bondo here, which is probably why it's rusting, or maybe they put Bondo over some of the rust. The bed's good and solid. There's a couple Bondo spots on it, but pretty good. It's looks like they had a toolbox up here or something, and it started rusting and drilled a bunch of holes for the toolbox. Bed floor is solid, no rust holes. It's got a trailer light hookup and holes drilled for a fifth wheel hitch, and they added a plate. Where is it? You can see it. That plate welded to the top of the, right here. Plate welded to the top of the, you can see it on the other side too. Top of the frame for the fifth wheel hitch to bolt through. Exhaust has been cut. It's got dual exhaust. True dual. You can still see, there's some silver paint still on the springs, and what looks to be the original GM shocks, front and back. And you can see the silver paint on the front springs. Interior, not great. Our carpet's messed up, but the rockers are solid, and underneath, you can see, is all solid. There's that nice frame. It's got an auxiliary aftermarket fuel tank on the passenger side. It looks to be pretty big. It's at least as big as the stock tank on the driver's side. 208 transfer case, 350 transmission. That's busted. Like I said, it's pretty solid. And the cab is solid. That over there, that brown, is dirt, mud, not rust. And he started I pulled the steering column apart, but he had pulled the dash and stuff apart. He started redoing the interior on it. It's got a new headliner in it. Seat at some point's been reupholstered. I'll probably pull the carpet out because the carpet's all torn up. Came with a bunch of extra parts. One of those wiring harnesses over there is the wiring harness for under the hood. He pulled it out. Sliding back glass. That's about the worst rust on it, except for the cap corners. But I can sand that out. It's not bad yet. Sand that out and primer it and paint it. Even the doors are in good shape. You can see they're starting to get just a little bit. But that's all repairable. Step bumper. Towed it home. Oh, I was talking about that auxiliary fuel tank. Let's see the fuel neck sticking in. Of course, on the driver's side, you just got the stock one. 33-inch all-terrains. Again, some surface rust. It's solid. The cap corner has got a little bit of bubbling. This side doesn't look like it's been bondoed. It's hard to tell. Yeah, slight bubbling on it. They all rust out here, though. So this is very solid. You can see up under there. Solid. And rocker, solid. This door is also solid. A little bit right here, like the other door. Most of that's just surface rust. Column. So I've started tearing it apart to tighten up the bolts that are loose. And I'm going to pull all the extra parts. I've got an 86 Blazer that I had bought like 8 years ago, and the guy died before I got the title on it, but it's got a rebuilt 350 transmission, and I rebuilt a 350 motor and put in it. So I'm going to swap the motor and transmission over into this. And it should make a good truck. Cal, solid. They're bad about rusting right there at that seam too. And this one's pretty solid, you know. So pretty clean truck. Just a couple little spots. That's not going to be a show truck. I'll keep you all updated on the progress. Thanks for watching.